Hi and welcome, this is Farhan Lohani and today we'll be talking about how much money can you make as a personal trainer in Dubai. I've been getting a lot of questions and comments from you guys. I think it's very important before you jump into this, before you make a decision of becoming or pursuing your career as a personal trainer in Dubai, you should be aware of how much money you can make in Dubai when it comes to personal training. So without wasting any time, let's get started. There are a few things you need to understand before you get to know how much can you make as a personal trainer in Dubai. First, you need to be sure of whether you want to work as a freelance personal trainer, you want to work under a gym which gives you a salary and some amount of commission for personal training, or you want to start up your own business of personal training here in Dubai. All three of them are possible and you can do it from the scratch. Yes, it is possible and you can choose according to your own will and according to your own expertise and experience. You can choose whichever suits you the best. No matter where you are from, which country you are from, you can do great as a personal trainer in Dubai. Now, first and foremost, if you work under a gym, how much money can you make as a personal trainer? This is a baseline for anyone who comes to Dubai, and I would personally recommend to start working under a gym before you work as a freelance personal trainer, because you get to develop your own network, you get to understand how the market works in Dubai, in the whole UAE, and you get to connect with a lot of people in the industry itself. If you are someone who has just come to Dubai and you want to start doing freelance personal training, it's usually not easy, it's usually not going to be something I would recommend you to do. We're going to discuss how much money you can make as a personal trainer if you want to work under a gym. That is, a gym will give you a certain amount of salary, and depending on the number of personal training sessions you take, you get your commission. Now, how much commission is it there and how much salary you can make? Talking about the top sharks in the industry when it comes to Dubai is two most important gyms, which is Gymnation and the other one is Fitness First. If you want to start from these two and you get the opportunity to start from these two, this is the best start for you guys. These two gyms will give you a salary from 1500 dirhams to 3000 dirhams. This is your baseline structure, this is your basic salary without any accommodation, without any transport. This is the basic amount of money you get, whether you do sessions, personal training sessions, or you don't do the sessions. Now, the second thing is how much money you can get from personal training sessions. Now, one training session in a gym like Gymnation or a gym like Fitness First roughly comes down to 250 dirhams or 300 dirhams. This is the amount of money the client is paying the gym for one session. And let's say the client takes 12 sessions, which is the basic starters for any fitness package. That calculates down to 3600 dirhams for 12 sessions if you're charging 300 dirhams per session. Now, this is the whole package they are paying for, but you as a personal trainer will get paid only for the number of sessions you take, and per session they will pay you around 50% commission. I'm talking about the top sharks in the industry. Rest of the gyms will comparatively give you less amount of money, which is around 40% to 35% for starters. But if you start in a big gym like Gymnation or Fitness First, as I mentioned before, even Warehouse Gym, there is a UFC gym, there are all the big gyms in Dubai. These gyms will give you around 50% commission from whatever they get from the client. Now, you will only get paid if you do the number of sessions with the client. If you don't do the session and the client is still paying the gym, you don't get paid. Now, what these gyms are doing is a very smart strategy, I think, because they give you a certain amount of target. Like when you work for a sales job, you have a certain amount of target to hit. Let's say they give you like 30,000 dirham target to reach from personal training. And if you cannot make 30,000 dirham amount of money from your clients, then you might not get paid at all. I hope I make my point clear. So unless you reach the amount of target in money, what they've asked you as a personal trainer, you are not getting paid for any of the sessions. This is something they have recently come up. It's a very great strategy for them, not for us, because I have known a few of my colleagues who have worked really hard. They've almost reached the target. They have made like 29,500. But just because of those 500 dirhams, they did not get paid even for one session. They only got their basic salary. This is where there is some issue when it comes to working in a gym. But again, it's up to you. If you choose to just get the salary, if you want to be sure about the salary, then salary is always coming in. But unless you reach the target, you cannot make the money. So somewhere around, if you're working in a gym in an accumulated amount, you can make 1500 to 3000 dirhams as salary. And when you calculate commission, it comes down to 4000 to 7000 dirhams. Sometimes you can even achieve 10,000 dirhams if you're working in a good gym. So the total revenue you can generate if you work in one of the top sharks in the industry is somewhere around 10,000. But again, this is something that not everyone can get for, because there are only n number of good and big gyms but the number of personal trainers here in Dubai is huge. The chances of you scoring a job in one of those gyms, the big ones, is pretty rare. But if you're good enough and you get your connections right, you might score it. So if you work in a gym and you do your sessions right, you can earn anywhere from 4,000 to roughly 15,000 dirhams, which is a good amount of money. But again, it's not easy to get a job as a personal trainer in Dubai, especially in one of the biggest gyms. Now, second thing I will discuss is how much money you can make as a freelance personal trainer in Dubai. If you want to work as freelance, you've got good connections, you have a lot of people who want to train with you, then freelance is the best thing you can do for yourself because you have a lot of time for yourself. You can manage your own business, you can do it the way you want. You can give your clients extra sessions. There are so many more benefits to it, but the only disadvantage is you need to have running clients, right? If you don't get the clients, you're not getting the money, and if you're not getting the money, you still have to pay the rent, you still have to get the bread going. That is where it becomes some kind of problem. But again, if you have good clients, if you're doing well in the industry, I would suggest going for freelance is the better way to go. Now, how much can you make as a freelance personal trainer in Dubai? Easy answer. Each session in Dubai for personal training ranges from 1500 dirhams to 250 and sometimes even 300 dirhams. This is the basic margin, okay? Now, depending on how good you are, depending on the number of clients you have, depending on the type of client you have, and depending on the training setup, depending on a lot of other factors, you can decide how much money you're going to charge and how much those clients are paying you. Okay, let's say you charge 200 dirhams per session as a freelance trainer and you sign up a client for 12 sessions, which makes it 2400. So if you sign 5 clients who can pay you 2400, you are getting paid around 12,000k for a month, which is not bad money. It's good for starters if you're starting on your own. But the only drawback is you need to have a running network of clients. You need to have clients who are renewing packages with you. You need to keep building on your network so you can score more clients. So how much money can you earn as a freelance personal trainer in Dubai? Anywhere from 5,000 dirhams till 12,000, and some are even earning 15,000. The only drawback is when you work as a freelance personal trainer, sometimes you have clients who go on vacation, you have clients who don't show up at the gym for some time, sometimes you have clients who are sick, so they don't renew for sessions. This is a problem you will face as a freelance personal trainer, but again, this is a risk you have to take if you want to manage it on your own time. Now, the third thing I will discuss is how much money can you make as a personal trainer if you open your own company here in Dubai and you want to establish yourself as a brand. Now, this is something which is, I don't think anyone who's starting as a personal trainer would want to do as a person, but I wanted to speak about it because I recently did a lot of research about it. Everyone should know like what Dubai is giving you. You want to go for this road, you can still try for it. So if you have the required certificates, if you have everything you need, all the documents, which means your reps, which means your CPR and emergency certificate, which also means your graduation degree. If you have all these 3 things and you have certain amount of experience, you can go ahead and get yourself registered as a company. It's a long procedure. I will make another video about it, like how can you register yourself as a company here in Dubai when it comes to fitness. It's comparatively more expensive. You have to spend for your own visa. You have to also spend for opening your own company, registering it here in UAE. And there are lots and lots of additional costs, which all comes down to around 15,000 minimum per year, which is a lot of money if you're starting and you don't have a lot of clients. And if you're not sure if you want to build a career here in Dubai, so I would suggest you don't do it. But if you've been here and you're watching this video here in Dubai and you have a lot of clients and you want to think ahead, you want to go ahead with this as a future career, I think it's a better idea to get yourself established as a company so you can give people your own invoice. You can hire people under your own name and you can also have your own office. But the amount of money you can make is almost the same as a freelance personal trainer. It's nothing different because you're going to charge the same amount of money per session, which is around 150 dirhams to 250 dirhams, sometimes even 300 dirhams, as I mentioned before. But there are certain advantages to it. Let's say you have 20 clients and you cannot manage them all by yourself. What you can do is you can hire someone under your own name, you can give them your visa and they can work for you. So you get some of the commission as they train your clients, and they are also getting paid because they are training them. So you're managing your time, you are still getting paid, which is a passive income for you. This is how a company grows. I also shared another video in which I shared my own personal trainer journey, how I started as a personal trainer in Dubai and what was the difficulties I faced in Dubai. If you want to understand that, you can watch this video right here. So in a nutshell, how much money can a personal trainer in Dubai make varies from person to person. There is no concrete answer. I think there are personal trainers who are making 3,000 dirhams per month, and there are personal trainers who are making like 20,000 dirhams per month as well, which is good amount of money. Okay, it depends on the number of clients you have, it depends on the amount of money you're charging per session, but anywhere from 3,000 dirham to 20,000 dirham is a safe margin to establish. And in my opinion, if you're coming to Dubai and if you're starting as a personal trainer, just get started, guys. Don't think of getting a lot of money. Don't confuse yourself like 3,000 is not enough or 4,000 is not enough. Okay, just get started, build a lot of network, and trust me, if you're good enough, if your service is good enough, if you're giving them transformations, if you're impacting people's life, if you're teaching them how to live a healthier lifestyle, there are so many people waiting to have your service. Dubai is growing as we speak, and as much as there is more supply of personal trainers, there is more and more demand also for personal trainers. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope it helps. If you also want to understand how I started my career in Dubai as a personal trainer, you can watch this video. I'm linking it here. If you have more questions, you can drop it down in the comment section. This is my Instagram handle. You can also connect with me on my Instagram. I'd love to help you if you need that. And this is it for today's video. This is Farhan Lohani signing off. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. I'm trying to do my best to give most of the knowledge I have to you. I hope it works. Thank you for staying put with me. I'll see you in the next one.